Hello, this is Hatued. Welcome back to another brand new video. This is part 2 of the BlackBerry 9790 review. The BlackBerry 9790 review that I posted about 3 months ago had received quite a bit of attention, and I thought it was a good time to make a follow-up video. If you haven't watched part 1 of the review, I left a link to that video in the description, so I suggest you go and watch that video first, as the first video covers the specs of the phone, and this video will cover my personal feelings and opinions about the BlackBerry 9790 solution. Compared to modern smartphones, it's not impressive at all, but back in the days it was good enough, as it has higher pixel density of 245 ppi than the BlackBerry 9790 is an old phone. Turning 8 years old, there are many problems that come with the age that make it almost impossible to use in 2019. For instance, the phone has a normal size SIM card tray, and finding a normal size SIM card may be difficult depending on your location. But even with the properly sized SIM card, you will run into problems, such as not having an internet connection or not getting service due to its complicated BlackBerry internet service that you have to pay for monthly to comply with BlackBerry security measures. When it worked well, however, it was the most secure way of using mobile network. In 2019, most carriers do not even support BlackBerry internet service, and the service is being terminated by BlackBerry by the end of 2019. But it wasn't a deal breaker for me, because I think when somebody is considering buying an old school BlackBerry that runs on OG BlackBerry OS, it is because they want to buy a dumb phone. I purchased this BlackBerry 9790 for the exact same reason. I was fed up with wasting my time away with overusage of smartphones. Watching YouTube for hours and hours and playing games, constantly checking social media and scrolling through when I had no reason to do so. That is why I decided that it was time for me to take a break from smartphones and social media by forcing myself to use a dumb phone that I could use to make phone calls and send basic text messages. Was BlackBerry 9790 good for that purpose? Yes, it was really good for that purpose. Even though I live in Indonesia and my mobile carrier supported BlackBerry internet service, I found it almost useless, as all the instant messaging apps were not available anymore. And it was impossible to use the web browser to even Google simple things. I didn't even think of watching YouTube videos on the tiny screen. When I needed to use the internet and social media, the only option I had was my laptop. So why didn't I pick up a Nokia phone instead of the BlackBerry? Well, 3 things: design, QWERTY keyboard, and design. Just look at this thing. Its physical keyboard is backlit, and its design reminds people of the better and simpler days in the past. It just makes people smile. Another thing with the BlackBerry 9790 is that it is a great conversation starter. Trust me. If you're holding the BlackBerry 9790, somebody will come to you and ask you about the phone and tell you that they used to have it, or they are genuinely curious about the reason you are using such an old phone in 2019. I honestly do not care about this phone being almost impossible to use in 2019, because it made my life so much simpler and taught me a great lesson. Well, that was my own verdicts on the BlackBerry 9790. What are yours? And if you are looking for an old BlackBerry to buy in 2019, why are you considering buying it? Leave your stories in the comment section so we can have a talk. Thank you for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed to Head to Head, please subscribe and turn on your notification bell so you can get notified when new videos are uploaded, and leave comments so we can get to know each other. Bye!